Western Michigan hasn't won a bowl game. They're 0-4 in bowl games. Does that bring extra confidence to the season?
We've seen them on film, and they're a really good football team, and we don't really care what's happened in the past. And we have to play those guys here in a couple of weeks to have a really good football team. So I don't believe that their lack of success in prior bowls has anything to do with our preparation. They're probably even going to be an even hungrier football team to be successful in the bowls. So I think it makes us take them even more serious as a competitor. They're an excellent football team, no question about it.
You've talked a little bit about having some guys nicked up. Are you starting to get any of those guys back?
Well, again, with the finals and all, we're down numbers-wise. I'm trying to think who'd be out right now that is going to stay out. Cottom's going to still be out, and Ryan Isaac's still going to be out, and Henry's still going to be out. I don't think we've lost anybody through the bowl practices that won't be ready to go for the bowl game.
Danny, I'm doing a feature on Quan Short, and Quan was a good high school basketball player. In your time coaching offensive linemen and guys you've seen on the D-line and coach them, is there a correlation if they're good basketball players that translates to athleticism on the football field?
Well, no question about it, particularly when you're 330, 40 pounds playing basketball. You're enormous, but yet athletic enough to play basketball and move your feet. I think there's a real correlation. A lot of times you can get a great evaluation on a prospect by going and watching them play basketball and watching them have to change direction in their shorts and not necessarily just play on the line of scrimmage. So I think it's a difference maker in their development, and I think it can be a difference maker in the evaluation process as well.
How good a foot movement does Quan have?
He's got great feet. He's got great feet and really good hands. He's a real talent. Again, another year will allow him to get himself in great shape to continue to mold his body and allow him to play his very best on every play. And that's really what it's going to boil down to. He's done a lot better of playing his best on more plays than what he has in the past, and that needs to be the trend of the course. The harder he goes and the more consistent he goes, the better he'll do, and the sky is the limit for Quan Short. Well, I think that we were able to put in place our new director of player personnel, and the bulk of his duties revolves around recruiting, and he has a real feel for how to go about business, getting us, on the guys, far enough in advance. So I think we got on the 2011 class a little bit sooner and harder as a result of him being here. I also think we're on the 2012 class, a lot, or the 2012 class sooner, and the 2013 class, a lot sooner. So I think just the way we're going about the operations part of it is making a huge difference. And then our staff did a great job last year in the spring. We were in a transition personnel-wise with that director of player personnel position on the staff. And during that transition, our staff had to double up, and we really worked hard. We gave up a lot of weekends, a lot of nights during the off season to stay on top of the recruiting class. And I think that was a big part of where we're at. So I think it has something to do with the effort of the staff, and then also with the new director of player personnel.
You talked about before the IU game about that game being important because getting to a bowl has the perception of making progress. Does that help qualifying for a bowl so you can sell to a recruit or what have you that we're making progress here?
Well, obviously it's a difference maker in every phase of the program when you're winning and getting into postseason play. It speaks the right things about the direction of the program. So that's had some impact on this recruiting class, but a lot of these guys that are in this class are guys that have been on for a long time, and they made decisions a long time ago about coming to Purdue. So I think having a successful season, getting into postseason play will help us hold on to all the guys that we have committed. But a lot of these guys have been committed way before we secured a position in regards to postseason.